What's up, plant people? For those of you joining for the first time, my name is Stacia, and this is Oops, I Soiled My Planties. And for those of you coming back, welcome back, you crazy kids. All right, today I'm going to repot my varicosum. I have a few philodendron. As my collection has grown, I've acquired a few philodendron, and this was one of the first ones I actually got because I got lucky and I got it at a local nursery when they were having a sale back in October. So since they had that sale back in October, when I first got this plant, it had 2 leaves. This is one of the original leaves, and then there was one other one that has since yellowed and died. So I've gained 3 new leaves since then, but that was in October. And of course, we all know it was winter and it's just now coming into spring, but all my other philodendron have done so much better in plastic pots. And I'm a serial underwaterer, so I think we're going to give it a try, see how it goes in some plastic and see if maybe we can get this baby growing a little bit faster. We're also going to repot my Burl Marks philodendron into a plastic pot because I know they like it. So we're going to go ahead and repot this stuff up. If it's something you want to see, stick around. If not, hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. All right, a while back I had asked for questions. I had asked my peoples on Instagram to ask me some questions for a Q&A, so I kind of figured I would combine the two. This is the first time I'm going to do this, so if it doesn't go well, I do apologize. I will try my best. So without further ado, let's get started. Oh, well, let me just give you a rundown of what I've got here. I've already got some pre-mixed soil over here. It's a mix of perlite, soil, worm castings, orchid bark, charcoal, chunky, free, fast draining. So, and that's what this has lived in thus far. So we've got that over there. We've got some scissors. We've got some Velcro tape because we are going to put this baby here on a better pole. I constructed this one here long ago. It was my first one. It was little. Yeah. All right. So first thing we're going to do is let me go ahead and get this first question. What plants do you regret buying or have you lost interest in? Honestly, it was every single calathea I bought except for the Zebrina and the White Fusion. Every other calathea I've had, I have killed. Oh, this is just a butter knife. I'm going to take the dull end of it and run around the inside of the pot just in case there's any roots sticking to it so I can loosen it up and make it easier to, make sure you're still recording. Loosen it up just in case so it's easier to get out of the pot. Now, I haven't watered it in a couple of days because I knew I was going to make this video. Bad thing, I took 2 days longer to make the video than I had planned. So he's probably super thirsty. So once we get him potted up into his new pot, we'll go ahead and give him a little drink. So I try to be very careful because I'm always afraid roots have grown down to the bottom and I'm going to break them off. So I'm going to knock as much of this soil out of here and into this pot as possible because I'll probably reuse some of this soil. Set that down out of the way. Let's take it off the moss pole. Whoop. Oh my goodness. And then I want to inspect what these here roots are doing. Now this would probably be why it's not growing very fast. I mean, that's a decent root system, and they're white. They do look good. It doesn't look like there's any rot, but for the size plant, I actually expected more. And I was going to put this in a larger pot. Well, I need to actually because of the pole. So, all right. This is the pot we will be potting it up in. Like I said, I'm a cereal. Maybe. Hold on. Let me see. See, I think this. I think this one would be too small. So, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and go in this one. Let me lay that baby down and get this up here. All right, and I'm going to put some of the new soil down at the bottom, and then I'll mix some of the soil, sorry, out of the frame, and then I'll mix some of the soil from the plant in as I get closer to where I'm going to have it rooted. Oh, you know what? I need to get... need to open up the... So yeah, okay, sorry. Lost track. See, I told you, first time I've done this. Let me get back to these questions. Next, do you have a soil mixture that you swear by? For my aeroids, absolutely. This is it. It is, let me give you a little look-see. It's bark, charcoal, perlite. I mean, it's a very chunky mixture, and so far, everybody seems to really enjoy it. All right, so okay, so let's get a little bit more soil in here. Okay. All right, now let's add a little bit more of the new stuff at the top. Okay. Oh my God, I'm making a mess. You know what? I am the worst repotter in the world. I am always, forever making a mess. All right, so next what I'm gonna do is, oh God, do my best to support this. I think that'll be probably way longer than I need. Of course it is. That's all right. The nice thing is these can be saved and used elsewhere. All right. Okay, question number 3. What's your favorite bridge and why? So when I was a kid growing up, I was very, very scared of heights. Hold on one second. Let me just go ahead and get this last piece strapped up. So my camera just stopped, hopefully not for long, but here we are with the varicosum potted up. And I'm going to set it off to the side. Get rid of this. I'll set it over here too. Maybe clean up a little of my mess. I'm going to have to sweep later anyway, but all right. So what is your favorite bridge and why? That was the next question I was asked. Thank you, Scott. You can definitely always be counted on for some wacky questions. Uh-oh, crapola. I just backed out. Okay, so my favorite bridge is the Brooklyn Bridge. I think it's amazing. I love the architecture. The majesty of it is just what catches me. Like as you're going down, they have those arches that just, I don't know, it just catches my eye and it makes me, like I've never been, but if I ever go up that way, that's one of the things I'm definitely going to make sure I go see, because it's just something that has really caught my eye throughout the years. All right, so back to these questions. Next, we have, how did Pete and I meet? All right, so we'll go ahead and get started on this one when we talk about this. Okay, so we we met almost 7 years ago via the internet, actually. I'm sure if anybody has been around for a little while, that was another crappy moss pole I made, by the way. Raise the roof to me because, I got them skills. Actually, we met on Plenty of Fish. I had been trying the meeting people in public dating thing for years, and it had just not worked out well. So, yeah, after I got myself clean and stopped using drugs and started living a better life, I actually decided to try meeting people on the internet. Now, don't get me wrong. The first few people was a disaster. I had almost given up hope. And actually, I had given up so much hope to the point that when I first met Pete, I was very skeptical as to how honest a guy he was, and how, you know how it is when you're an adult and you're dating. If you are over the age of 30 and you're trying to date somebody, not only do you have your baggage, but they have their baggage. So, oh yeah, this has got a nice root system going. So when we met, it was really nice. It was nice to meet somebody that I could finally, yeah, look at that. That I could finally get along with, and he understood me and I understood him. And then now here we are 7 years later. Have I killed a plant on purpose? I answered this one in my Plant Tuber Truths. Oh gosh, I'll link it. I can't remember what I titled it right offhand because I got too many things going on in my mind. So yes, I've killed an orchid or two. What is my favorite plant? My gloriosum. It has to be my favorite plant. It was the first big plant purchase that I made, and I happened to find it in a local shop. Well, kind of local. It was Orlando, so about a half hour from where I am. We're going to give this baby a pull too, but not quite as tall a pull. Well, yeah, I'll put them together. But anyway, so yeah, I found it at a plant shop in Orlando, which is about 30 minutes from where I live. And it was beautiful, and it was not as expensive as I had expected it to be. So I grabbed a hold of it and I ran with it. All right, next is, what is the number one thing on my bucket list? Oh, I put too much soil. I probably should have read some of these before I started doing all this. The number one thing on my bucket list would have to be, I really want to go overseas. I want to see a lot of Europe. There's something about the older countries and the castles and the rolling green hills and valleys, and just, there's something about that really just resonates within me, and it makes me want to go. So that is to make my way across the ocean and go check out some shit over there. That's number one on my bucket list. Next, you're in bed and a bedazzled iguana saunters up to you. Would you paint his toenails? Oh, Reb, I love you. You are a friggin' mess. Oh my God, I'm gonna make a mess. Sure, why not? I mean, come on. First of all, it's a bedazzled iguana. Why wouldn't you paint its toenails? All right, so this is the last question. So let me actually get a little bit more going on this and make an even bigger mess for you guys to witness. Oh my gosh. All right. Go ahead and get this up. And last one, what started your love of plants and what plant really started the obsession? So, in perfect Stacia fashion, my camera shut off again. So just in case you didn't get the question was, what started my love of plants? So the thing that started my love of plants was right after my birthday last year in February, 2019, I had a little Russian blue kitten that was true to Russian blue form, and I was hers. Like, she laid claim to me, and none of the other cats were allowed to be around me, and she slept with me every day, and she followed me around like a dog, and it was, you know, she was my little BFF. And we came home from work. It was probably about a week and a half after my birthday. We came home from work, and I found her hung out on the back porch. She had actually hung herself in one of my chairs. Needless to say, those chairs went to the trash very quickly. But I had to bury my little best friend, and I didn't know how to bury the sorrow. And I got into plants, and I started burying my love for my kitty into my plants. And I've really healed a lot from it. I mean, I still have a ways to go. But there was something about the plants that really made me feel good and really made me feel like I was healing and gave me a sense of purpose. And I don't think it's necessarily just the kitty. I'm sure there's other things that are going into it too, but that was the main thing that kind of sparked my love. So here we are, and it continues, and it's grown, and it, I'm sure, will continue to grow. And sorry guys, I am sweating. Whoa, mister. My cat's bumping the tripod. Sorry guys. I don't know how much of this you missed. I guess I'll find out during editing. And either way it goes, thanks for coming and hanging out. I appreciate you guys. If you have any questions for me, do definitely leave them down in the comments. And yeah, as I always say, come back. Bring your friends. Let's hang out again. If you don't want to bring your friends, that's cool, because you guys are the reason I'm here and I'm doing this. And I love you, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace out. Oh.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. in my car and a giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and a giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus.